Where did all the bags go? This is back to my Purge series. This is episode 2, everything related to travel and hiking. If you had missed my previous episode, go back and watch episode 1, hits up the Purge, talks about all the bags, the process. But to remind you really quickly, episode 1 was all the exceptions to the rule, MVPs, Hall of Fame status, all those things that just were too valuable to really include in the herd when I culled it. Episode 2, the one you're watching right now, this one's everything about travel and hiking, so cool, let's get to that in a second. Episode 3, next week you're going to see everything related to everyday carry. In episode 4, the cut list, everything we're getting rid of. So let's get to it. Let's get right into the travel and hiking bags that I use every day, the ones that are my keepers. Let's do it. Right, so the hard thing about travel bags is there's just a lot of them out there, and sometimes they can be used for everyday carry and also travel. So really these are the ones that when I go on a trip, I grab one of these bags. And maybe some at the end on the lower end of the spectrum will be ones that also would be everyday carry, so I'll give you that. There's a little bit of crossover in those categories, but these are my favorite all-time travel bags. These are the ones that I use every time I go on the trip, and really, as you'll see, there's not multiple bags in each volume class, so I'm going to walk you down big to small on the travel bags. After the travel bags, we'll talk hiking, and I'll show you my best favorite hiking specific bags that I use all the time. And let's get right into it. Let's talk about travel bags. So in the travel category, there's 5 bags that I typically use every time I go somewhere. Well, I don't use every one of them. I decide on what I'm taking and I jump in with whatever volume I think is going to be enough, and then I'm, go up or down depending on what I'm taking. So the big daddy, whereas we go big to small, the biggest bag that I have is going to be the big boy from GORUCK. This is the GR3. This is a different edition, or a special edition that they released for a while. This is obviously slick on the outside, but it has the compression straps, which are awesome. And again, I've done a review on this one. I've done a review on all the bags I'm going to show you today. So down below in the links are the links to the individual reviews of these bags. But this is the GR3. It's the Big Daddy, 45 liters, top of the pyramid. If I'm gonna, I guess it's bottom of the pyramid because that's the widest base. But this is the one that really takes all the stuff. Big empty bag to put a bunch of things on, put it on your back and go. One bag travel, this is it, because there's nothing else that's bigger and still fits in an overhead bin in an airplane. Next on the list is arguably the hardest category for me, because the 34 liter plus or minus size is really the sweet spot for travel. I've had GR2s in the 40 liter size. It really didn't ever work for me. And I did a video on the comparisons between a 34 and a 40 liter GR2, and then really the 34 liter held just about everything. So I skipped the 40 and I go right to the 34 liter. And in this case, the Shooter Slick 500D is the one that wins for me. And because compression straps, it's 500D, it's slick. It doesn't have a top pocket like other ones in the herd, but this one's just a beat up bag. Do whatever you want. You really don't care about it. And honestly, it comes down to, I've really learned that I just love the fit and finish and feel of Cordura and waxed canvas above other things typically. So in the 34 liter size, the GR2 in this Shooter configuration, very unique build on this one. If you can find one, get it, because it's fantastic. So anyway, watch the review if you want to see more details, but the GR2 Shooter is the mid-range category for me. So breaking into the GORUCK herd is the Able Carry Max. And this one at 30 liters, so a little bit smaller, but man, feature rich compared to the GR2s. Just got a ton of little pockets and things that you just don't see anywhere. So really I love when I can't fit everything in the 34 liter, or if it's too big and I gotta go down a size, I go to this one and it's just awesome. Multicam X50, bueno, and it's just awesome. A lot of awesome features. When I was going through things, there's no way I could take this bag out of the lineup. And again, because it fits in between the other bags and the GR2s, it's just awesome. Fits in a very weird category. Awesome to pack in. Love it when I go someplace and I have to take this one. Oh man, it's awesome. That's the Able Carry Max. Working our way down the list, back to a GORUCK bag, back to just a nice home feel of the waxed canvas. This is the GR1 26 liter. So taller than the GR2 26 liter, but it just got a lot of nice things, and this is the one that I had customized by Scars. They put side handles on there, and they put webbing on the straps, which just in this color I love. And you know, just wanted to have it done, see what it looked like. And so this one, when I can pack in one bag and it's just smaller weekend and a 21 liter doesn't cut it, and I have to go to the 26 liter, man, it makes me happy because I love this bag for all the features, the hidden pocket on the top. So GORUCK hit the home run with this one. This was the first one that came out with the top pocket. So last of the travel bags, and I'll give you that the 21 liter GR1 would also be considered a light travel bag. I've already mentioned it, but then again, it's in the exception list. It's #1. It's Hall of Fame status, top of the pyramid. That's the GR1 21 liter Heritage. So really the last of the travel bags, at least in this episode, the one that really kind of won me over very, very quickly. Didn't initially want to get this one, but then when I got it, it's just there. And this is the Phoenix. So at 24 liters, it's, you know, working our way down in volume size. Great single bag travel. The one time I used this, I augmented with a kit bag. So, but this is a very nice way to stay organized. It's in the X-Pack material layout of the CPL 24 style from EVERGOODS, but man, is it awesome. And again, I did a video on this one, fantastic. I've done a video review of the 24 liter CPL version 3 that came out. Also a very capable and awesome bag. If it works for you, great. But if you can get this, it's just awesome. It's got a lot of little things I like, and even though it's not mirrored edition, the orange, the X-Pack, just really fits really well for me. And this bag, it's kind of a Hall of Famer if you ask me, just because of the way it was designed. The patch is fantastic. So for a lot of reasons, this one was on the travel list. I've used it a couple times, and it never disappoints. So that rounds out the travel category from big to small. 24 liter Phoenix CPL, just fantastic. So that's travel. Let's get to hiking. So hiking bags come in really two different versions for me, big or small. How much stuff am I carrying on any given day? Carried a couple different bags in hiking mode. In fact, I did a hiking specific video a couple weeks ago. You can see that one, a link above, but this is the hiking favorites. In the big category, I go Litespeed, and I love the multicam black in 1000D that this one is, and it's just awesome. Love the feel of it. I could just put anything on here that I ever needed to go outdoors. It just does really well. And more than likely, I may see more Litespeeds in my future. We'll see, waiting on the assembly line, but this is the basic one, the standard, not special edition. Got a lot of features that I love. The times that I've used this has been awesome. And this is the one I load up, take outdoors, beat the snot out of it, and it just doesn't disappoint, ever. That's the Litespeed. The other hiking bag that I use a lot of times, and that is the Scout. I love the Scout for day hikes, anywhere outdoors, just because this Multicam X50 is one of my favorite combos. But it just does have all the features that you just need in a very small size. If you had wet things, you can put them in the secret pocket. Comfortable straps, built for the outdoors, not gonna damage really anything in here. Carry a water bladder, carry water bottles, you name it, it's got it. This is just a fantastic get outside bag in a very small size. So just out around town for a day hike, this one's it. This is the Triple Aught Design Scout. Rounds out the hikers. Again, I'm in the hiking realm. I'm really all into Triple Aught Design, the Litespeed, and the Scout. So that's that one. So there you go. Those are my favorites in the travel and the hiking category. And again, I've traveled with every one of these bags. I hiked with both of these bags. These are the ones that I pack out every time. So when I'm going to go somewhere, I look around at the inventory and I pack out in different bags, and sometimes I do pack out in bags that I don't necessarily want to take, but I need to take because I need to do a review on it, and then other times I just want to be comfortable and I grab one of these bags. So this is it. This is my best in class in the travel and hiking category. Alright, so if you like this one, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and sign up for alerts. You're not going to want to miss the third episode where I talk about my everyday carry best in class, and then the last one, episode 4, part 4, where I talk about all the bags I'm getting rid of. So I'll talk a little bit about why I'm getting rid of them, but at the end of the day, they're all leaving anyway. And if you subscribe to the channel and you follow along, you'll get first dibs on buying any of the bags that just don't work out for me. They're all awesome bags, but may work better for you. So there it is. Subscribe, like, get outside, do your thing, but we're gonna go and get outside. See ya. Last of the travel category. Last in the travel. The other